frustration, I think, because they've been to the polls 4 times in the last 2 years. Scottish referendum, general election, EU referendum, now this. And they're a bit tired of politics. A lot of them simply want to get on with doing business. They want a stable environment in which to do it, and that is the real priority for them.
But they ain't going to get one, that's the problem.
No, I think they're not. And a lot of them have said they're spending a lot of time trying to screen out the noise of politics, focus in on the fundamentals of running their own businesses and whether they can continue to do that. This result makes the noise of politics a little harder to ignore. So a lot of businesses are sitting up and paying attention.
One of the big assumptions that seems to have been made during the last 72 hours is that this election result means that somehow we're now in line for a soft Brexit. The UK may now even remain within the single market and customs union. Is that your expectation?
I think it's very early days to prognosticate on what the outcome of a two-sided negotiation is likely to be. Hard and soft Brexit don't really work for my membership. They talk to me about a business-friendly Brexit. They want to ensure that they can continue to trade freely and that they've got answers to a lot of the practical questions they're always asking, like, who can I hire? Who do I pay VAT to? Is my stuff going to get held up in customs? Those are the real-world issues they want answers to. And for them, hard versus soft, all those labels don't really do it for them.
So your expectation, though, of a business-friendly Brexit in your terms, then, is it more likely now, do you feel?
Well, I think it is more likely to see a little bit more of that business friendliness because it's incumbent on this new government to work very closely with us in the business community. I think perhaps over the past couple of months, my business communities have been very frustrated because they felt that the economy wasn't front and centre in the election campaign. I think they know it's going to have to be front and centre now.
Well, quite. Business didn't really get any sort of hearing at all. I mean, on the one hand, Theresa May kind of putting distance between herself and business, Corbyn positively anti-business. Where's business gone wrong here?
I don't think business, the rank-and-file businesses around the UK have gone wrong. I think there are a few outliers who have made easy pickings for the politicians, quite frankly. I represent what I call civic business communities. These are people who think that contributing to their local community and also making a profit go hand in hand. There are hundreds of thousands of businesses like that up and down the country, and they're the ones who want their voice heard, whether it's on domestic policy or on this Brexit process.
But are you more optimistic now? I mean, Theresa May over the weekend, her 2 closest political advisers have gone. They were the people that sort of this cabal that kind of stopped other people talking to her. Are you confident you'll now get more access at ministerial and prime ministerial level?
We've always had a lot of access and ongoing engagement with government ministers, but there's a difference, I think, between hearing and listening sometimes. I think they're listening a lot harder now after this result. We will certainly be pushing them to act on those real-world business concerns.
And what about the cabinet reshuffle? Are you happy that Philip Hammond's remained in place?
Well, I think stability and continuity in cabinet is probably good for business. People like me who work in representing businesses don't like having to spend a number of months telling a new minister what our priorities are and what some of our key issues are. There are a number of individuals like the Business Secretary, Greg Clark, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, etc., with whom we have continued and ongoing relationships with. I think that stability is important because there's not many other sources of stability at the moment.
Now, you were in Belfast on Friday. What were your members over there saying when they heard the news that the DUP may now support Theresa May's government?
Well, I think in the Northern Ireland business community there was a sort of sense of disbelief that all of a sudden they were at the centre of attention, not having felt that way perhaps over a number of years. I think business communities there are very pragmatic. For them, the border between the Republic and the North is the major priority. It's something that we're trying to support them on daily because, of course, 35,000 people cross the border every day. A lot of products are created on both sides of the border before they're finished. Huge issues, practical and everyday issues for them. I think they'll now be getting more attention and very possibly some new investment in their area over the weeks to come.